Since opening its doors over 30 years ago, KickCharge has helped over 3,000 home service businesses go from blanded to branded.
Today, we're going to discuss what we consider to be our 10 most radical brand transformations so far, starting with number 10. This company's wraps are difficult to read and rely heavily on photos that use a lot of really dull colors.
Yeah.
I feel it kind of fades into the background and gets lost in all the noise.
I mean, even on a digital display, we're having trouble. The clarifiers, which are the most important part in this case, because what is GFC? You wouldn't know unless you looked underneath it, the garage floor company. It's black on gray, which is the least amount of contrast you could have here. So this one's a great example of like, you don't need a mascot to have a iconic looking wrap and brand for that matter. In this case, you know, the colors are what's making this stand out from everyone else. The garage floor company is much more visible now. You know, we have light letters on dark background here. And everything is just very clearly laid out here. You know, URL, phone number, tagline, that's it. We don't need anything else.
The text is laid out in a way that's very easy for the customer to get the point across. They get the information that they need from the get-go. They don't have to worry about searching for it.
Garage floor company, we don't need to see pictures of garage floors. You do garage floors, like, that's it. This one is Vector, and when we originally started with them, they were like very much team mascot. And I think what we ended up doing is kind of coming to this conclusion that they wanted to not only do like home service in residential, but also like commercial. So they wanted something a little bit more balanced to appeal to both those, you know, parties of people they were trying to get their services to.
The yellow and the blue that they utilized really pop and really stand out in the market. They had a 70% increase in revenue the first year after rebranding with us. A lot of company pride also came with the rebrand. The techs were proud to wear their new uniforms and really represent the brand. And they actually got calls from hopeful techs that wanted to get a job with them.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I think I did their shirts. That makes me happy.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was just, I think this is good to show too. It's also a challenge for us as designers if you have a more, you know, sleek brand that's based very much on color blocking and just this icon of the V being like their thing. How can we implement that, you know, across all forms? I think they got almost everything from us.
Yeah, they got a lot and it all came out very sleek. Now, an important thing to remember is no matter how great your service is, the first thing customers are gonna see is your brand. With J's, their wraps are honestly a little bit of a mess there. There's photos, there's all kinds of text effects. It's difficult to read. The layout isn't clear. I can't even tell what they do.
Some people too, like business owners who aren't specifically kind of in that design field, sometimes they might see a white van and be like, okay, well, I won't do that. But then they take it too far.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, don't do that either. Like,
it's too much.
This one's fun because it's implementing not only the name J's, but we have this icon-based mascot that's kind of blending the two worlds.
A little bit of a hybrid.
Yeah, and it's having the J literally make up part of the wrap. The little swoop of the wing is so iconic.
The J makes a J.
Yeah, the J makes a J. I didn't even see that. That's even better.
Hidden details.
Hidden details So Jay's got the whole package as well. So they got the uniforms, the collateral, the whole 9 yards again. So just trying to have the blue J icon, but also the word J, which is just so bold. J's, the logo type that we use there.
Very blocky, stands out.
Yeah,
in
and
contrast.
Everything else, again, is just, it's right there. It's simply laid out. Nobody's fighting for attention here. Like everything is, you know, it's got equal importance, but the blue J and the letter J being the main like wow factor of this wrap.
That background halftone fade really draws your eye into the mascot as well.
Yeah.
Now, Rise and Shine used to be called Garage Door Repair Company. To me, that's a name that sounds more like a search term than an actual company.
No one's gonna be able to find you by searching that. They're, you know, especially with SEO.
It's too generic and bland.
You can't put yourself at the top of the Google search results. Like, it's got color, so that's something.
But the information's laid out in a way that's very difficult for the customer to get the information that they need.
And the little social various credentials on the bottom there are just not needed.
And distracting.
I guess they have 24-hour repair on there as well, which, do they even do that? Some people don't. You'd be surprised. This new one is great. I mean, this is one of our favorites. Just this mascot it takes up so much of the van, but yet it's just so iconic. He's just this cute little rooster, and everything centers around the name Rise and Shine. You've got the rooster, which is the kind of symbol of the morning has started, the day has started. And, you know, the term rise, your garage door goes up and down, so it's rising, you know. It's fun and effective. I'm kind of biased because I like mascot brands, but, you know, this one, just like everything else, the illustration's great. The text is great and everything is right there. You don't need to go searching for it.
Yeah, I love how the background complements the mascot as well. It's really tied in nicely and relates to the name.
Yeah, the sun is rising, and so is your garage door. So this is the before for classic Renovators, and I had to just double check. Other than the URL, I wouldn't have known that on this van. I like that he kept the name Classic Renovators because it is really iconic once we have the correct brand to match it. In the beginning, they added surfaces to what they do, but the side of the van says painting and carpentry. Nothing tells me what they're going to do is going to be, you know, classic and elegant and make my home, you know, elevated.
I don't think every single brand requires something super modern and contemporary. I mean, with Classic Renovators, it's built into the name, Classic. Now, when you look at that, it instantly evokes a feeling of trust. You know, you see a hard worker, warm, nice feeling colors, very classic feel, takes you back.
Yeah. Maybe it's just me as someone, like, I associate renovations with, like, you gotta be creative and skilled to do a nice looking job on my house. The illustration being so good in this case is what's making me be like, oh yeah, they're gonna do a good job on my house.
Yeah.
Because their artwork on their van is good. I know it, you know, the Renovators aren't the people that design the van, but for me, I just connect the two concepts together.
They are connected.
This van's crazy because the wood grain specifically on this one was, at that point, we hadn't done something like that. So to have it literally covering the entire van, not only on that bottom strip of wood, but the mascot is illustrated as if he was carved almost like a
lino cut.
Yeah, like a block print situation. It is so detailed. Again, just like I said, it connects that idea of like, they're gonna do an aesthetically pleasing job on your house because this.
Look at them.
So I actually didn't know that Hummingbird, before we rebranded them, was called 24/7 HVAC. But the so ironic part about this whole thing is that they were not actually 24/7 HVAC.
Oh, you're kidding.
You could not call them at 2 a.m. and get your HVAC fixed.
This one, it really shows how you can create an impactful brand without relying on a mascot. I mean, their colors are bold and stand out, and it really creates a very cohesive brand image for them.
This logo type is so iconic by itself that if whatever reason, for the collateral or whatever, we split them up, put the Hummingbird someplace and the logo types somewhere else, they still stand on their own. And I think that's important to consider too with these things, is that sometimes the mascot is just so iconic, it's its own thing, and sometimes the logo type is so iconic, it's its own thing.
And sometimes, like this one, it's both.
It's both. It's so good, it's both. That stained glass look kind of became their thing.
Yeah.
And incorporating that wherever we could, you know, because that Hummingbird is almost kind of hidden within the stained glass window shape, you know.
It's a very unique way to go about illustrating a van background and a mascot icon blend put together. Now, Hutton's old wraps, boring, basic, blue and white, they're not standing out.
It's not the worst one we've seen, I'll say that.
But it does not stand out compared to what they have now.
Oh yeah. I mean, what they have now, I'm just like a super fan of. I like anything that takes it to the next level, which this does. They have an actual, like, their mascot is so, you know, retro and classic looking, but the wrap, the light bulb freaking lights up. Like, is that not the coolest thing ever? Like,
clever.
It's clever and it's fun. And again, it just takes it to the next level where you're like, they are proud to have put in that, just that tiny little extra detail.
Details matter.
And like, people driving by are gonna be like, the heck? Like, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna see it and be like, wow, that's like actually illuminated. That's awesome. So somehow this is the before of Grasshopper. PMA Mechanical, I guess, was their name before. But yeah, this again is one of those cases where they have the name, right? But then they also have the services ginormous, where you're just like, why? Because I look up before I look down. So for me, I went to the services first, unfortunately. The phone number is so teeny tiny, and the URL is so teeny tiny too, along with 3 random icons on the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't even notice there was a URL on it. Now, in 2020, when the CEO, Amanda August, decided to rebrand, she said that they felt like they had a purpose and a direction, not just a brand anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even their office now, it's just like a whole place to be. I mean, this is one of those things where you're just like, there's so much more to work with and so much more motivation to be better for your people when your brand is kind of reflective of what you're trying to accomplish for your customers and for your staff. Their tagline, "Forward is a way of life," is now just much more prominent on their van and their collateral and just everything. And it's just such a statement for them and their employees.
And speaking of Forward, their increase in revenue 3 years after rebranding is $19.9 million.
Oh my God.
That's Forward.
That's Forward.
That's very Forward. Now, A1 is another one. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but Tommy Mello and Dan Antonelli have been building a partnership for years. But before that, Tommy came to KickCharge just like so many others in need of a rebrand.
He's on the wrap in the before, but he's also on the wrap in the after. But
in a much nicer way, in a better capacity.
Yeah, because a lot of people choose to do a caricature of themselves or somebody, either, the founder of the company or, things like that.
A relative.
Even if the name is based on a real life person, they'll do a caricature of those people or whoever. And again, it's just the illustrations are so good. And now that image of him and his kind of icon and his persona has represented not only A1, but also just the face of home service businesses in general. He's the guy you want to go to for help.
That's the power of branding. We
thought Grasshopper's numbers were impressive with the rebrand. And after A1 rebranded with us, they did a 41 million increase in 2 years.
In 2 years?
I did not realize it was that intense.
I thought you were going to say 5 years.
I know. I had to double take when I read that. We talk about A1 a lot, but there's a reason why. The numbers kind of speak for themselves. Good. It's insane. This was kind of my introduction to KickCharge, was when we were creating Goettl. I think I was 13 when this started, and this is how they started. And I don't remember ever seeing this, but I definitely remember seeing the after. The side says Goettl, but it also says Good Guys, and there's the TM after Good Guys. So I don't know if the company's called Goettl Good Guys.
Triple G.
Yeah, Triple G, I guess, with a thumbs up. And they have a QR code, which is just...
We frown on that.
It's fine. This was probably actually in the beginning of QR codes when this van was made. It was new at that point.
It was the thing to do.
I don't really know what the numbers were before, but now it's averaging 100 million a year.
Wow.
Which that's unfathomable. I can't process that
it's
amount
not even
of money.
A real number.
It's not real. It's literally not real. It's the illustration that does it on this one because of the story.
A good brand really should tell a story. It should give you a why.
Yeah.
And this one begins with the company's owner, Ken Goodrich, holding a flashlight for his father as he fixes an HVAC unit.
Yeah, this is the thing. The boy holding the flashlight is the Goettl brand. The logo type obviously supports it heavily, but if you saw the boy alone and you were familiar kind of in that area of who Goettl was, it's just iconic.
It's funny that quiet moment of him helping his dad out really turned into an image of trust and responsibility.
These 10 brands made a bold choice to rethink who they are and trust us to help them get there.
Together, we uncovered their voice, sharpened their edge, and built identities that demand attention. And that's where the real transformation begins.
So what would it look like if your brand stopped blending in and started standing out? The possibilities aren't just exciting, they're endless.